But yeah, Breitbart basically leaked it. It was one of the first outlets to have it. But I want to show you something from last night because one of the things that Fox News has been doing is, relentlessly and mercilessly swinging at anyone they fucking can. And Brian Kilmeade, everyone's favorite Brian Kilmeade was filling in for Tucky last night. I don't know where the fuck Tucker Carlson is. We miss him. We miss him. This is a time when he is needed the most. So Brian Kilmeade is filling in for Tucker Carlson last night. And one of the main narratives that they have been pushing for, we'll look at that in a second. One of the main narratives that the Fox News conservative media apparatus and the conservatives have been fucking pushing for now is like the judge is a rhino. The judge that signed off on the search warrant is a fucking rhino. They're saying that he's like not ride or die enough. Now, I just want to point something. Okay? I just want to point to something here. The judge that they're referencing is a Trump appointee. Okay? Which makes this even funnier. The FBI director, Christopher Wray, is a Trump appointee. Okay? The judge that signed off on the warrant is a Trump appointee. And he is literally a conservative. Like anyone that says they found a tweet of him being critical of Donald Trump, but he's like one of those annoying conservatives who's like, I'll vote for Trump, but I don't really like him. Like he was a Jeb Bush fan. However, the judge himself has also gone on like Newsmax and shit. So it's not even like, he's not one of these like fucking blue-haired SJW judges, okay? These activist judges. Like he's straight up a Republican judge. Okay? And I'm not going to sit here and act like judges aren't fucking political. Of course they are. That's the reason why the Federalist Society exists. Just understand that conservatives, when they say stuff like this, they're just purely projecting, right?
Bruce Reinhart, this is the judge in charge of the as you know, of the warrant, and we'll see if he's going to.
That right there,
So a picture of Bruce Reinhart.
That is literally Jeffrey Epstein getting a fucking foot massage from Ghislaine Maxwell on the Jeffrey Epstein flight. Look at the source. They sourced it from What I Meme to Say. There is a watermark on it. This is the most popular news broadcast, dude. This is the most popular news broadcast in the fucking country. Tucker Carlson's slot is the most popular news broadcast in the country. How fucking nuts is that? Of course, this is the original. I've shown you this before. I mean, we've shown these photos before. I mean, look. I mean, it's gross. It's fucking weird, but also like, I think free Ghislaine. You know what I mean? Like, I free Ghislaine is what I see this photo and I think like maybe. This is a joke, okay? I'm joking. And the joke is that I am the bad guy here for saying that, okay? So before you understand. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's the original. And the fact that these motherfuckers like straight up use this. You cannot convince me that they didn't factor in Tucker being on vacation for the week when they chose the date for the raid? Wow. Charlie, you're right. They probably did. 31-year-old man laughing at boobies. I love this stream so much. What do you mean? There's no fucking age gap on boobs and appreciating them. What the fuck do you mean? Hold on, Breitbart just put up the names of the FBI agents who did the search. Are you kidding me? And presumably Breitbart got leaked the search warrant by Trump unredacted. Wow, good luck to those agents and their families. Sheesh, the right don't give a damn about the blue. Yeah, no shit, they don't, of course. They are trying to get these dudes killed, which is pretty funny because like they're still fucking federal agents. So I am of the mindset that like they will be adequately protected. So anyone that goes after them is gonna get fucking murked, right? So yeah, Oreo's PR team is shitting bricks when they saw that on Fox News.
This is the judge in charge of the as you know, of the warrant, and we'll see if he's going to release it next. He likes Oreos and whiskey. Sean, so a picture.
This is actually a real photo. The Lolita Express is known for having thousands of red Solo cups on board. God, Brian Kilmeade is so bad. What a charisma vacuum he is. Holy shit. Fox News airs fake photo of Epstein and Trump raid judge who has been forced into hiding by death threats. That's Brian Kilmeade. When he was going over that, you know, when that photo was happening, when that photo was being blasted, you know Brian Kilmeade was like, this could get me in trouble. Like, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't do that. I'm pretty sure I can't do that. That's the reason why he was going like that. God forbid you like Oreos and whiskey. First of all, I like Oreos and I love whiskey, so that is definitely a new low for Fox News, though. That is surprising that they did that, especially because like the person that they're doing that against is a person who has like a decent amount of power. You know what I mean? Like you're doing that towards like a judge. They do that every night for like immigrants and stuff, but undocumented immigrants in general, brown people, black people, like these are people that do not have any sort of power, any sort of like mechanism of pushback. This is a fucking judge that you're like openly defaming on the most popular broadcast. So, yeah. Fox News will apologize for the photo at like 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning between segments. Yeah. Speaking of this judge, let's take a look at, remember, everyone's favorite fucking Jeffrey Epstein lawyer. Because from what I understand, people are saying like this guy is like linked to Jeffrey Epstein and stuff. I don't know. I haven't like done a deep dive into the fucking judge's background, but he's like a piece of shit fucking conservative judge who gives a fuck that he like signed off on this warrant. Obviously, of course, he's going to sign off on the warrant, but like I wouldn't be surprised if he was also a dickhead on top of that. But you know, well, we do know someone who is a dickhead who was like friends with Jeffrey Jebediah Epstein, who defended him successfully, as a matter of fact. So let's take a look at the Dersh, the number one Fox News. Like he's on Fox News' broadcast every fucking night. Okay, literally every night this man is on Fox News, and he's defended Jeffrey Epstein. So it's kind of weird that people always brush that under the rug.
Stop picking on the judge, the magistrate judge. They always approve search warrants. I'm sure the words were correct. Don't blame him. There's been in the media a lot of anti-Semitic attacks on him, a lot of McCarthyite attacks on him, blaming him for being one of the lawyers for Jeffrey Epstein's secretary. Want to blame people? Blame me. I was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. If you...
Dude, stop! Dude, what is he doing? What? Okay, now I don't like the other judge. Now that the Dersh has spoken, oh my God, I love the Dersh so much. This man is the gift that keeps on giving, okay? This man is the gift that keeps on giving. Wait a minute, what did he say? What do you mean, what did he say? This is, guys, the Dersh was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. For those of you who don't know, the Dersh, who has tenure at Harvard, by the way, was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, and also friend. Like, got massages with Jeffrey Epstein. He kept his pants on. He kept his underpants on at all times. Okay? Alan, there's a constitutional defense for, 16-year-old girls to be able to consent, Dershowitz. Constitutionally speaking. For no reason whatsoever. Remember when he dropped that dime for no reason whatsoever? Remember when he just like randomly blasted that off? Literally unprompted. For all of us to consume and enjoy. Everything I've said about him is 100% things that he said, by the way. One of his main defenses always was, well, I might have gotten massages, but I always had my underpants on. That was one. And then the other thing was he randomly just decided to write a Twitter thread about the constitutional defense for minor women to be able to consent to sex.
McCarthyite
And it's wild because like he's still on Fox News like all the time.
attacks on him, blaming him for being one of the lawyers for Jeffrey Epstein's secretary. Want to blame people? Blame me. I was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. If you trust me to do justice, don't attack the judge.
Minor women, minor girls, whatever, shut up.
Stop picking on the judge. The magistrate judge, they always approve search warrants. I'm sure the words were correct. Don't blame him. There's been in the media a lot of anti-Semitic attacks on him, a lot of McCarthyite attacks on him, blaming him for being one of the lawyers for Jeffrey Epstein's secretary. Want to blame people? Blame me. I was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer.
Oh, God, so good. Okay. Oh, here's the Dersh consent thread, which was completely unprompted, by the way. Of course, I follow him. One of my favorite follows, by the way. I stand by the constitutional, not moral argument I offered in my controversial op-ed. If a 16-year-old has the constitutional right to have an abortion without state or parental interference, how could she not have the constitutional right to engage in consensual sex? When you are a debate lord, you inevitably have to. When you become a debate lord, when you become a debate pervert, and by the way, lawyers are one of the highest stages of debate pervertry. Judges are the highest. Supreme Court justices are the highest stage of debate pervertry. Obviously. Okay? When you get to this level, if you're if you are a professor of the law, you are really high up there in debate pervertry, right? You are really, really high up there in debate pervertry. And anyone who is a debate pervert has to, at a certain point, talk about age of consent, the arbitrary nature of age of consent. That's just, you have to. That's how it works. Oh, by the way, Fox News host Brian Kilmeade was called out for showing photoshopped image of judge in the Mar-a-Lago raid. Apparently, where was it? Sean Hannity, that was like a follow-up. Even Sean Hannity pointed out that the image was clearly faked as they transitioned to his show, but Kilmeade pushed back a bit. Sean, can you relate to that, Kilmeade asked. I think that's actually a picture of Jeffrey Epstein with somebody put his head on there, Hannity replied. I'm guessing I don't know. It might be his plane. Kilmeade responded, who knows? What do you mean, who knows? You should know, you dumb motherfucker. It's your show. He tried to defend it? Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's so fucking fire. Yeah, I guess we'll never know. Oh. Let's watch the second clip.
Also, a picture of Bruce Ryan is going to release it. I think that's actually, and we'll see if he's going to release it next. He likes Oreos and whiskey. Sean, can you relate to that?
I think that's actually a picture of Jeffrey Epstein with somebody putting his head on there. I'm guessing. I don't know.
It might be his plane. Who knows?
I'll let you determine that in the morning.
Yeah, he's like, listen, you're fucked for that one, Brian, but you're on your own.
We'll be watching. Brian, thank you.
Yeah, we'll be watching, Brian. We'll be watching you fuck yourself, okay? Holy shit. Yeah, he said, you're on your own, pal. Oh, Jesus Christ. It could be anyone. It could be Tucker Carlson. Yes, we're going to talk about the Cincinnati guy, okay? The motion is granted. Breaking. Judge has granted the motion to unseal the search warrant and receipts. I mean, at this point, it's like, you know, it's happening already. And the unsealed court documents are right here. Here's a page showing which crimes the DOJ is investigating. We already knew that, though, because they were leaked to Breitbart and numerous other outlets before. So, yeah.